Alan, I'm going to start with a comment that one of the Specky readers left on your article. They wrote, and I quote, "Bowen and company remind me of that American military spokesman in Vietnam who said words to the effect of, 'the village had to be destroyed to save it,' end quote." Alan, this seems to be Bowen's grand vision for Australia's energy grid, where he's burning villages to the ground to make way for a few solar panels. Is that accurate?
I think it's pretty accurate. Yeah, and it's not only Bowen, of course. There's a new piece came out from Rod Sims and Garno, which was basically saying, well, you're not doing this fast enough, Bowen. You got to do it even faster. We'll have a carbon tax which will raise $100 billion, which will totally eradicate coal and probably gas as well. And with that money, we'll subsidize consumers, and we'll subsidize all these brand new export industries. It's going to replace the steel and coal and iron ore that we presently mine. It's just absolutely unbelievable. And that really would be that would be expediting the process, which the commentator had suggested is underway already.
I'm laughing not at you, but at that clip of Bowen. I hadn't actually seen it before, and I didn't realise how ridiculous he looks, hopping from project, cosplaying an interest in the energy sector. Look, there he is again. You can see, I love it when politicians put on outfits and pretend to know what they're talking about. I mean, come on. Anyway, reading your article, I wonder how many people are aware of Environment Minister Tanya Plibersek, who is spending $250 million on buying back water from the Murray irrigators, and that's $250 million of our money to buy water they just plan to release into the ocean for environmental reasons. I mean, we always hear about the joke of burning piles of cash, but surely this is just as stupid as that, Alan.
Oh yes, and it comes on the basis of several $billion which have already spent to that end. We basically have created the Murray-Darling region, which produces 35 or 40% of our agricultural output. We've created that in, pretty barren area before the dams were constructed and before the irrigation water came in, and created, as I say, it's become a major agricultural province. We're basically dewatering that now, which will mean we'll be reducing quite considerably the output of the region. It's basically dependent upon irrigation water and stable irrigation water. The only stable part of the water right now is that which is supposed to be going to the quote the environment unquote. Often it's actually going to some lakes at the end of the Murray-Darling system, which were naturally salt lakes, but they're being converted into freshwater lakes. So it's kind of like an environmental distortion being created by the water being taken from irrigators and fed through the system. Some of it also is fed into resuscitating trees, etc. I noticed that the authority is running ads on Fox, of all places, to say, the next drought that comes along, unless we start diverting water back into whatever it is, we're going to see a whole lot of trees and critters dying and all that sort of business. Basically, what they are doing is we have created a very volatile river flow into a stable flow to the benefit of agriculture. Now the department is saying, well, we've created that distortion of nature, if you like. It was wild of nature and tamed it, but we're doing that now to actually generate environmental assets. In other words, I don't know what we're doing, but we're actually destroying.
I don't know what we're doing
nature.
Is exactly what's going on in government. They don't have a clue what they're doing or what they want to do.